Leonard Miller of the G League Ignite. He's number 11. He's wearing these green Grinches in clip one. Has amazing speed for his size at 6'10, but he's more than just a toolsy project at 19. Very good with both hands. Putting up results in the G League is still meaningful. That's quality competition. But he really struggles, as you'll see in this clip, with his touch and just consistent finishing and like concentration, hand-eye coordination, whatever it may be around the basket is an issue right now. Game speed maybe could be the overarching thing. Repeated issues, as you'll see as we go. Misses a ton of easy shots like that. But he's about to show you excellent body control to get an and one. And he's a lefty. That's his strong side with his left hand. He's about to do it again. He's going to get to his left hand, beat everybody to the rim, show off solid ball handling and speed in transition, but then blow it. I'd ideally like to see a pass to the wing. Had a negative assist to turnover ratio this season. Very bad tunnel vision. So he's going to throw up a low percentage shot against two defenders. Then he's going to fight for his rebound. I'd really like to see him kind of pound dribble there and step into here and go up again, or clear it out, or just recenter himself. Like, he's very rushed. You can tell that he struggles with that around the basket. About to show off a nice handle. This little behind the back move he has in his bag. And then righty lay. That's nice. And he flashes that kind of stuff all the time. Pretty ambidextrous. This is another just reckless shot. He's surrounded by three defenders. Again, it'd be really nice if he could gain the awareness to kick out here. Right when I think he's about to explode and go up and yam this, nope. The little awkward finger roll layup, put back bucket. This is a good clip to like break down his offensive processing. So he's here, surveying the floor, kind of looking this way. But in his mind, I think he's only considering going to the rim. Decides to drive. He's got a curler coming here. The double's there. If he were aware of this guy, this would be a nice pass that could lead to an easy bucket. Instead, it's blocked, and it's a reckless shot attempt. This is like 8 seconds later, and he's going to eventually get this loose ball. And then, despite having these two shooters, he's going to go up and, I think, get blocked again. Another very contested bucket. Yeah. And like 8 seconds later, that means just the processing, the like instantaneous learning, it's not there. So I want to cut to this. So I have this from Sam Vecini's Game Theory podcast where he talks about Miller that I wanted to play.
As a teenager that had never played high-level basketball ever before, his growth curve at this point is very real. I did not like Leonard Miller as a prospect last year. I thought he was not very good when I watched him. That has changed.
Yeah.
I am probably going to drive the hype train for Leonard Miller this year. I have met him. I've talked to him. He's an awesome human being, an awesome kid. One of the highest level, most intellectually curious kids I've come across. All of the intel is that he just wants to learn. That's who he is as a kid. He just really wants to be great and will take coaching in every single way, shape, and form. As a teenager that had never played.
Stop. I think the game will slow down for him, and I think you can definitely improve his finishing. So the fact that he's coachable is very important. 1, 2, 3, 4. He averaged 18, 11, 1.5 dimes. But I kid you not, plays like that inflate his rebounding numbers because he misses so many bunnies that he's easily getting, I'd say, 2 to 3 rebounds a game that are like that from just botching putbacks around the rim. So when you're regarding him as this great rebounder, keep this in mind. Something I've noticed about him is he's very premeditated. Like he's decided what he's gonna do sometimes before he even like is aware of what's around him. That little left, right, left Euro step, one of his go-to moves, but it's not really there for him. It's defended super well, and it's like that's the type of shit I do in pickup when I just want to try a move, regardless of what the defense is showing me, and you just fight through, and it's not good offense. Simple takeaways here. Good offensive rebound, but then bad touch on display. This is him just ball hawking a little, probably being overly aggressive, but forcing a turnover. And then there are a few things he could do here. He could like pump fake and then go up, maybe draw an and one. He could pass, do something deceptive, but instead he's gonna work to his left hand, box out his teammate, and then brick it. So I talked about him being premeditated earlier. Look at this. He's gonna fake this pass to City, and City's pissed off. He was gonna fake that pass regardless, even though it was a wide open three. Like his plan was just, I'm gonna fake and drive. And you know, this is a wild outcome because he facials Jay Huff, but it's funny because it's such another microcosm-esque moment because he passes up on a good play, but then his athleticism gets an and one. So Smokies, part 50. Look at how rushed he is. He's about to short arm this really, really badly. Damn it. But he short arms this. And this is the type of thing you can improve over time. But you can't miss buckets like that in NBA games. Gets it back from his big man. Here's the handoff to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Miller, hesitation move, protects himself. He's like that. A little hezzy, go up, lefty, shield the ball, tough finish. There it is. If he did that all the time, he'd be a much more dynamic prospect. So now we're moved into the defense. I think disruptive is overall the word that I would describe him as a defender. Like, not super intelligent, not a super active help defender, but he's physically gifted enough to make an impact defensively. Just clogs the lane enough for Zaire to struggle. I'm actually going to go back to this dish to Mika also, because I think that with how good of a penetrator Miller is, if he becomes a conscious passer, feeding people inside, driving and kicking outside, then he could be a very multi-dimensional offensive threat in the league. But he's got a ways to go there for sure. So people love Miller's energy. Not the cleanest pick and roll defense. Recovers, which is fine. Like, that was fine. I would like to see him either contesting this or getting a really clean box out. But instead, he doesn't, and this guy's going to beat him on the offensive glass. In the same way I just talked about that last contest, you're telling me that he can't get a hand up right here if he takes a step in a different direction earlier? A hand in the side of Champagne's face? So just his attentiveness and his mind state on defense needs to be molded. But look at him. He's physically gifted. That's it's pretty tough. Not the greatest communicator. Will fall behind sometimes. Mulder's going to punish him here. Come out, hit a three. He has upside to be a great weak side rim protector. With his length, yeah. And he just naturally clogs passing lanes. He's going to get like a finger on this here and force a steal. Size like this also helps him recover. Like Laravia is late on this pass, on this pocket pass, but Miller gets there in time. Going back to offense briefly, just to look at his shot in the in-between game. 1 second. So I'm gonna play this again. He's in transition and he's in control, which is important. And this is pretty much his in-between game right now. He doesn't have much of a floater that I've seen. Even on like this little runner, he was 7 for 21, 33% on the season. But he's capable. That's with his right hand also, which is interesting. Like, that's pretty rare. Ambidexterity, I feel like. The in-between game does need development, though. But that's a great foundational starting point. Bag in.
Catch and shoot. Miller fighting for it, and he keeps it alive. Oh, what a crossover. Miller from the elbow. Miller fighting for it.
So he is going to cross him.
Keeps it alive.
The shot mechanics are unique. I'm no shot doctor, but it seems like a very sudden little flick. And he's just really raw still. Like, ultimately, I feel like with coaching, what would happen is he's going to get his defender shifted slightly. And then when he's about to come back here, just rise. Like, don't replant. Like, he replants right there. It'd be nice if he just rose sooner, because now he can contest better. But coaching can fix that, I think. And then these final few clips are just him shooting threes. Shot 31% on about 2 threes a game in the G this season. It's not pretty, but look at him. I have a feeling that this is the type of thing he might work on. Look at how excited he is. But people will leave him. It'll be an issue throughout his career if he can't space the floor because people don't respect him. And if he was down here, this would be a problem for drivers. I feel like when he's this wide open and like his mechanics can be more fine-tuned, it's a little prettier. So I like Leonard Miller, but I'm at mental warfare with myself because my biggest red flag when evaluating people is a lack of offensive processing and in-game IQ, and that's my biggest fear with Miller. But the work ethic seems to be there. Drafting Miller depends on how you want to utilize him. I kind of view him as this pick and roll chess piece, like a super agile roll man that can slip and drive to the basket, draw contact and finish, that can like short roll and then like distribute the ball from there, who can pop a little, who can really do anything. So I like that element of his game a lot. I could also see him building a career as someone who's going to switch 2 to 5 and be a very valuable weak side rim protector and just be 6'10". And I think the absolute floor is someone who will be a decent defender who you can throw at tough assignments, who will be a very good two-way rebounder. And the fact that he can handle is just a cherry on top. And if the shot comes along, he could be a decent spot-up guy. Like, there's no reason he can't run DHO, and he'd always be a threat to fake it. Like, you could create a lot of game plan wrinkles using Miller if you buy that you can continue growing him as a basketball player, which is true of everybody, but insanely true in his case.